Hey, Will here from PPC Coach. So if you're running YouTube ads, you might be getting this error right now. It's not an error, but it's something very strange that's going on. Whenever you run a campaign, dealing with placements anyway, you get this Google AdSense without YouTube.com thing, and it's running a lot of the traffic, and it never converts. Like if I go here and I modify my columns and I go to conversions, all conversions, apply, then I can actually look into my segments and go by conversion action, and you can see that there will be nothing here. Like they're viewing the page, but they are not doing anything with it. Well, I guess one did submit a lead, but let's look at the numbers here. So I'm just gonna add this up real quick. Pull up my trusted calculator. So I've got basically 3605 plus 3550 plus 3426 plus 33.46 plus 32.09 plus 31.36 plus 29.21. So I'm just adding up all the money that's being spent on this junk traffic. Yeah, okay. And you can see that $232.20 has gone to this junk, which I do not want it to go to, out of my $243.48 spent. So if I divide that, so remember 232.20 divided by 243.48, 95.4, we'll call it, percent of my traffic is going to garbage right now on YouTube. 95%. So what did I do? Well, I asked around in some groups, and nobody really knows what to do yet. Some are saying, oh no, I have a support ticket into Google right now asking about it. And I searched, and there was another guy who had the same issue, and he said the guy on support for Google said, oh no, just exclude that. But it's like, I didn't add this to my campaign, and every day it shows, and then every day it's removed, but it's already blown through the whole budget for the ad group. So what I did is I went to Tools and Settings, Placement Exclusion List, and then I actually added that to my master exclusion list. So I've got like 8,038 placements on this list, and that is that is actually the most recent one. So you can see in here, I don't know if I can search for it. I might be able to. Google AdSense without YouTube. See if that comes up. Oh, .com. Of course it doesn't. Anyway, it is in here now. I added it to this. Oh, if you guys want this list, I can give it to you too. I have no problem with that. So let's go to like show 500 page. Go next. I'm just going to pause it while I find it. There it is. I had to go like 6 pages deep, but so I added this to my placement exclusion list, Google AdSense without YouTube.com, and I'm going to see basically tomorrow if this is still showing up. And then what you do is you go back to your list and you just click it and you click apply to campaigns, and then you can pull up all the campaigns you want to apply it to. So I just applied it to every campaign, and any new ones that I create, I will do a duplicate, but I'll check and make sure that every time I create a new one, that number goes up. I might have to come back in here and manually apply it to any new campaigns, but still, the solution, I hope, excluding it on the master placement list, I hope that takes care of it, because I'm not quite sure where this is. I imagine it's some Google display crap that's going in, because that is a maximize conversion objective. So the other workaround I found is to do manual bidding, like CPV bidding, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. So anyway, I won't know till tomorrow, so you don't have to wait, but I have to wait until tomorrow to see what happens with my results. I'll check them around the same time and see if that stupid Google AdSense without YouTube thing is showing. If it is eating up your budget, and it is killing your campaigns because it doesn't convert for crap. And I'll let you know what Google says if they do ever respond to me here. Usually they're pretty good, so I don't know what's going on this time. But anyway, Google AdSense without YouTube issue is going to be resolved, and stay tuned and we will see what they say. Okay, so follow up here. Kind of Googling around to find a solution to this again. I went to this group, YouTube Ad Strategy with Kyle Sillerud. Anyway, this guy knows his stuff. He runs an agency. I actually tried something with him at one point, but my offer sucked. That's why it didn't work. It had nothing to do with him. He's got some very nice employees too. I have nothing bad to say about him. In fact, I might go back to him with another bigger offer than the one that we tried to work together. Anyway, what he said is Google Money Grab. Google just made a change within last week that affects all YouTube advertisers. As best we can tell, Google made this change last Friday, so today's the 22nd of February. Before I get into details, let me back up, give you some context leading up to this change that you need to be aware of if you're not already. At the end of 2021, Google removed the ability to exclude video partners on the display network if we wanted to run ads that showed to people on YouTube. We used to be able to uncheck the video partners and display network box in our campaign settings. That would ensure our ads would only show up on YouTube. Now, you can still do that with CPV campaigns. You can't do that with target CPA or maximize conversions, which is really good bidding strategies to use. The manual CPV is not the best one to use, but anyway, because we can't check that box anymore, our ads have been able to show up on display network sites, and these placements generally do not perform well, which is 100% true. Not as well as in-stream ads running directly on YouTube. So what he means is this. If you go to YouTube and you look at any of these videos, they all have ads in them, and those are in-stream ads. That's where we want to show. But what they're doing, what Google did, is they went to their what's called partner networks, and that's any website outside of YouTube. So they would show your ad there. And that traffic is crap compared to the traffic on YouTube. So ideally, as an advertiser, you want to be on YouTube. Anyway, so he goes on to say, we made the best of the situation as advertisers. There were things we could do, like compiling lists of display network sites and excluding those from the campaign. I did this. Everybody did this. That's why you saw I have like over 8,000 in there. We could also use certain types of targeting, and with those types, our ads would not show up on the display network. Yep, true. As of last week, we could target video and channel placements with our ads, and they'd only show up on the specific placements we were targeting. With both other types of targeting, our ads were showing up on the display network, but with placement targeting, they were not. Then at the end of last week, placement targeting campaigns started getting traffic from the display network. Yep. We were wondering what the heck is going on, and it didn't take long to figure out there was this new thing showing up in our campaigns. When we went to our placements, we would see the new placement was listed as this, which it is, and you guys have seen it. It's garbage. Had a red X saying that the placement was removed, which is a weird part. Like, why is it saying it's removed, but it shows up every day? It's just weird. Yeah, so he says too, but in fact, it was getting traffic. It had data, impressions, views. This was costing us money. As you can see, 95% of my traffic went to that. If you go to the URL, it doesn't work. Domain names are not allowed to have underscores in them in the first place, which is true. Google has not put out any information on this as of the writing, and they don't really respond to you when you ask them. So what's the deal? Well, now we have a placement. Question is, can we exclude this placement from our campaigns, and how we then stop getting the display network traffic? To exclude a placement from our campaigns, you go to your Google Ads tools and settings, and then go to your placement exclusion list. You can create a list and then apply it to all your campaigns, which I just did. I created a list that has that URL as the exclusion, so I added it. I then applied it to all the campaigns in the account. So by creating this exclusion list, excluding this URL from our campaigns, does that stop the traffic? The answer, yes, which is awesome. So I don't even have to wait. I'm glad I did it. So far, this has stopped display traffic in all our campaigns, so that's good news. We can't uncheck that box anymore to stop display traffic, but now we can add this URL as a placement exclusion, and our ads will stop showing up on video partners on the display network. These video partners on the display network, this is the garbage traffic, and that's how you stop it, by excluding this from your placements. Is this going to work tomorrow? I don't know, but today it works, so go ahead and do this now, and your ads will stop showing on the display network. It seems like a pretty sneaky move on Google's part to suddenly start showing ads on placements that we were not trying to target with our placement targeting. Exactly, 100% Kyle, you're right. It's obviously good that we can now exclude this URL in existing campaigns and in brand new campaigns that we're setting up. Hopefully this continues to be an option for us. And he shows a screenshot. This is cool because this is exactly why I shot the first part of the video. And then I was just Googling around, and I am in this group, this YouTube ad strategy with him. And yeah, so that just confirms it. It is it's junk traffic on the display network, and you used to be able to skip it. Now you can't. So any campaign going forward, you're going to want to add that exclusion to it. Otherwise, you're going to, like 95% of my traffic was going to crap. And I'm like, why isn't this working? I have a good offer. I know what I'm doing with ads. There's nothing wrong with my setup that I knew of. And Google was just being sneaky. So, bad Google, like you can't do that to advertisers. You can't trick us because we're going to catch you. We're going to find it. I mean, what options do we have? Not many, but we can all write into Google and complain and say, look, you can't, that was sneaky what you did. You wasted our money. I would like a refund of the past like couple weeks that I've been running traffic or however long this has been. I've spent a lot of like couple $100, thankfully, on this new offer that I've been testing, but that's not cool. Like if that had gone properly and had gone to the placements I wanted it to show on originally, I probably wouldn't be on version like 4 of this funnel for the offer. So I'm kind of pissed that all that time is wasted, all that money is wasted, and that original funnel that I set up probably worked if it went where I wanted it to go, but it didn't. They screwed me. So I don't like that. So I'll just piss and moan and be angry about it. But I mean, bottom line, adjust, adapt, and move forward. That's what we do as online marketers. That's what you do when you run paid traffic. So the only constant with this stuff is change. Everything's always going to change. So this is a good way. So I'm glad he posted that. It just confirmed what I suspected from my first part of this video. But now, so you guys can go into your campaigns. Make sure if you're running YouTube ads, make sure you definitely follow this. Follow what I did in the first part. And this just confirms it. I'll confirm it again tomorrow too. All right, have a great day. We will talk to you soon, and let me know if that affected you as an advertiser on YouTube as well, because it affected a lot of us. Well, all of us, basically. All right, have a great day. We'll talk soon.